Live as if you were to die tomorrow.
Learn as if you were to live forever.
That which does not kill us makes
us stronger. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter.
and those who matter don't mind.
We must not allow other people's limited perceptions to define us.
Do what you can with what you
Have where you are.
be yourself. Everyone else is already taken.
This above all, to thine own self.
Be true. If you cannot do great things, do
Small things in a great way. If opportunity doesn't knock,
build a door.
wise men speak because they have
Something to say.
fools because they have to say something. Strive not to be a success, but
Rather to be of value. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I
took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Do not let what you cannot do
interfere with what you can do. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to
pause and reflect. I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work.
A journey of 1,000 leagues
Begins beneath one's feet. I've learned that people will forget.
what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Either you run the day, or the day runs you. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage.
You must be the change you wish to see in the world.
What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say.
Believe and act as if it were
Impossible to fail. The difference between ordinary
and extraordinary is that little extra. The best way to predict the future
is to invent it.
If I am not for myself, who is for
Me, and if I am only for myself, what am I?
And if not now, when?
Everything has beauty, but not
everyone can see.
Believe you can, and you're halfway there.
How wonderful it is that nobody
Need wait a single moment before
starting to improve the world.
Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions.
Change your thoughts and you
change your world.
Happiness is not something ready
Made.
It comes from your own actions.
Remember that happiness is a way of travel, not a destination.
Too many of us are not living our
dreams because we are living our fears. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else.
You miss 100% of the shots you
don't take.
It is never too late to be what you might have been. A person who never made a mistake and never tried anything new.
The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person who is doing it. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events.
Small minds
discuss people. You only live once, but if you do it
right, once is enough. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything.
The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision.
To live is the rarest thing in the
world. Most people exist, that is all.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that.
Hate cannot drive out hate.
Only love can do that.
The only thing we have to fear is
fear itself.
If you look at what you have in life,
you'll always have more.
If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. For every minute you are angry, you
lose 60 seconds of happiness. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage.
There are two ways of spreading light, to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it.
The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same.
Motivation is a fire from within.
If someone else tries to light that fire under you, chances are it will burn very briefly.
In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Self-reverence, self-knowledge,
Control these 3 alone led to
power.
Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can
Start from now and make a brand
new ending. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young.
The greatest thing in life is to keep your
Mind young. He who angers you conquers you. Beauty without expression tires.
The secret of business is to know
Something that nobody else knows.
the greatest discovery of all time is
That a person can change his future.
by merely changing his attitude. We cannot always build the future of our youth, but we can build our youth for the future.
It takes courage to grow up and turn
Out to be who you really are. In this world, nothing can be said to
be certain except death and taxes. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought
without accepting it. A happy family is but an earlier heaven. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Walk beside me and be my friend.
Courage doesn't always roar.
Sometimes courage is the little voice at the end of the day that says, I'll try
again tomorrow. Education is like a double-edged
sword. It may be turned to
dangerous uses if it is not properly
handled. Walking with a friend in the dark is
better than walking alone in the light. Happiness is not a goal.
It is a byproduct. Always forgive your enemies.
Nothing annoys them so much. The only true wisdom is knowing
that you know nothing.
As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings
happy death.
Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it
takes to sit down and listen.
Children are our most valuable resource. Love is, above all else, the gift of oneself.
Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it.
A friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you.
Never leave that till tomorrow which you can do today.
If you don't make mistakes, you're
not working on hard enough problems.
We must learn to live together as
brothers or perish together as fools. Life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important. Capture the good times, develop from the negatives.
And if things don't work out, just take
another shot.
When you judge another, you do not define them.
You define yourself.
Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Love me when I least deserve it, because that's when I really need it.
The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. If you want to test your memory, try to recall what you were worrying
about 1 year ago today. The real opportunity for success lies within the person and not in the
job.
It takes a great deal of courage to
stand up to your enemies,
but even
more to stand up to your friends.
defeat is not bitter unless you
Swallow it. A mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it isn't open.
The man who removes a mountain begins by carrying away small
stones.
When you are totally at peace with
yourself, nothing can shake you.